Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I got from this to this. This is a stock version 1.5 ONYX RCR harness, and this is the same harness I've modified to plug into this harness you get with your controller, your Fardriver. So starting with the connections that go to your alarm, which is that little black box inside your frame that connects to the key fob. This 4-pin connector has this orange wire going into it. You're going to want to remove this. And ideally, if you didn't want to splice these wires together, you get one of these 1-pin connectors, and you can reuse this connector, and then this will plug into one side of your power switch. This 9-pin connector goes to your throttle, and these 2 pink wires are your power switch, they're the power button. And then your alarm is going to plug into the other pink wire, and then so these 3 connections would go to your alarm. Next up, we have the throttle connections. So those would be these 3 wires that go into the left side of this 9-pin, looking at the back of it. And we can just cut these right here. And then I will pin these up to plug directly into this connector here. And this is simple, just red to red, black to black, and then the green white goes to white. If you're trying to plug a connector together and it just doesn't want to go together, it's usually because the pins on the male side are bent. So just get in there with a tool and bend them straight as you can. That'll usually help it plug in. An important little step here, you're going to want to cut this thinner red wire that leads into the harness. This wire goes to the USB port on your left-hand controls. And that goes to the middle pin of this connector, which goes to your left-hand controls. So disconnect this so it's not leaching power off of the 5 volts supplied by the Fardriver. It's kind of a design flaw with this harness. You can plug in another 5-volt converter if you want to charge your phone, or you could just leave this sitting. You don't even need to tape it up. And then the last thing from this 9-pin, which we already cut the throttle connections to, this wire is going to be your meter or hall sensor wire. So this basically just gives a speed signal from your hall sensor to your display. We're going to want to tap this wire into green, blue, or yellow. I typically do yellow, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is just cut this in the middle, and then I'll strip both sides. I'll pin these together into a single pin connector, and then this will just tap into here. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Now this just plugs into here, and we've got a speed signal going to our display, and we haven't cut this connection going to the hall sensor. So now the last thing on this 9-pin going to your throttle is going to be these 3 wires, which go to your mode switch. Green on the top here is eco mode, yellow is sport mode, and then this red wire is common to the switch. So what we can do is just completely cut out this mode board. It won't be needed anymore. The Kelly controller needed it to flip-flop the signals going to the display so that they read properly. But with the Fardriver, it works without this. So just cut all these wires. All right, so now this will be separated, and this we're going to have to pin up into these 2 wires as well. These mode wires are going to go to this 3-pin here, this blue connector. This yellow white wire is sport mode, blue white wire is eco mode, and then ground or common. So this common wire, red, is going to go to the middle, which is black, and then this green wire will go to eco mode, which is blue white, and yellow will go to yellow white. And then over here, these 2 thinner wires, which are the thinner green wire and the blue white wire, will run to your display. And I guess it's a little confusing, but the blue white is actually sport mode, and then the green wire is eco mode. So even though this blue-white wire on the Fardriver side is eco mode, it's actually sport mode on the harness side. So what you're going to end up doing is these two will be connected together, yellow and blue-white, and then green and green, and then red is common. So now this mode switch connector just connects directly to this 3-pin. Again, I have to bend the pins a little bit to get it to fit together nicely. So that's your mode switch done. Now you're going to have these extra wires here sticking out. So this wire, this blue brown wire, and this red wire you don't need to do anything with. This thinner black wire you're going to want to tape off. This is actually not a ground. This goes to your display. So just tape this off or heat shrink it. This thicker black wire is going to connect to ground. So what I usually do is pin this up into a 2-pin, and then you can just use one of these other unused connectors that have a ground in them and connect your ground to that. And then this thick green wire is going to be 12 volts, and this is the 12 volts that supplies your brake switches specifically. So this just needs to get tied into 12 volts anywhere on the harness. So this would be the connector coming out of your 12 volt converter. So what you can do is just cut this yellow wire and then pin these up together to go into the 12 volt converter. Just a tip, when you're inserting these connectors, especially if they have multiple wires and they're kind of thicker, you kind of have to press them firmly and make sure you hear it click. Otherwise, when you go to plug this in, it could push the pin out. Okay, so just to go over what I did here, I cut out this mode board, which we don't need anymore. The thicker black wire going into it, I put into this 2-pin so that it will connect to one of the unused grounds on this harness. So in that case, it's this connector. The thicker green wire going into that, the mode signal board, or just tapping into 12 volts anywhere in the harness. And when we cut this connector off, this other green wire, thick green wire, is essentially the same thing. So you could do that on this side if you wanted to. And then the thinner black wire that was going into the mode board, I've terminated. I've just covered with heat shrink. And then these are the 2 wires that just zip tied down. And then the blue-white wire and the green wire go into your mode signal connector. We're going to have this other 9-pin that used to connect to the Kelly controller. So like I said, this thicker green wire is the same thing as this other thick green wire. So you can also connect this to 12 volts instead of this wire, or vice versa. In this case, I'll just cover it with heat shrink and tape it off. So this is 72 volts, which goes to your 12 volt converter. So this thicker red wire, and it also goes to your display to read the voltage. So make sure you don't get this confused with any other red wire because it carries battery voltage. So this I'm just going to pin up into a single pin connector, and that's going to connect to the other orange wire on this harness. So you can see it's called the ignition wire, but it's basically just connected to the 72 volt rail on the Kelly, or sorry, the Fardriver. And then this white wire, this thick white wire going into the middle, is your brake, your regen signal. Specifically on the ONYX, this is only going to go high, so it's only going to be 12 volts when your rear brake is pressed, not your front brake. That's because there's a diode in here which just separates the two. But if you wanted to change that and say have both brake levers activate regen, you could just, instead of connecting your brake line to this white wire, you could connect it to this blue wire in the middle of this 3-pin, which goes to your taillight. So what that would look like on your harness, your brake wire, your high brake, is this gray wire. So all we need to do is tap this either into the blue wire or the white wire, depending on how we want to set up the bike. This other thick black wire is just ground. So we can pin that up the same way we did this one to go to an unused ground on the harness somewhere. All right, so just to recap, after cutting out this connector, we got this thicker red wire, which is 72 volts. That'll go to an orange wire on the harness. This white wire here will connect to your gray wire, which is the brake signal. So if it was set up this way, only the rear brake lever would engage regen. Then I pinned up the other black wire into one of these 2-pin connectors so that I can use one of these ground connections here on the harness. And then lastly, the thicker green wire I've just covered with heat shrink so that it doesn't short out with anything. So now just putting together what we have so far. This is the throttle connection, mode switch, 72 volts or battery voltage, and then this thicker white wire is the brake wire, and then we've got 2 grounds here. And then this orange wire we removed from this 4-pin connects to one of these pink wires going to your throttle. And then this will connect to your alarm kit, and so will these 2 connectors here. So that pretty much covers all of the wiring that you'll need to do to connect your harness to the included Fardriver harness. One thing, if you're using an aftermarket display that with one LIN wire, you connect that to this brown wire here. Just make sure you don't get it confused with any of the other brownish wires, like this brown white wire. It's the solid brown wire that's going to be your 1LIN wire. And then if you were using one of those aftermarket displays, you need to connect to like the turn signal indicators and the headlight indicator all to the stock display connector.